Hello and welcome to another episode of Between the Studs. Today we've got Mark, Jacob, Grant, and Joe. All friends of the channel. They've all been on multiple times. In fact, Grant is available every Saturday usually.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll
4
be able
o'clock,
to
yeah.
see him and Vogan and friends have a great time. But yeah, anyway, right today, Friday, we're going to be talking about another wave of amazing, collectible, rare, expensive, the best figures that you guys could narrow down from your large collections to share with the world. And these are some really cool. We had some good ones last time, but I think that there's a lot more variety, a lot more themes represented.
Yeah.
This is really fun. There was a lot of Star Wars last time. There was a little bit of Castle, some good stuff, but this is exciting to see. So now, Joe, you said this before we were filming that it was actually really hard to get it down to 6,
It
right?
was so difficult. I had like at least 3 or 4 other ones that I would switch them, and then I'd be like, no, this one. It's like, well, because I knew it was expensive, but then I was also like, this is my favorite, or this one's not as. It's just so difficult when you have such good figures.
Exactly. Lego has made some fantastic figures over the course of minifigure production, but you guys have somehow managed to narrow it down to 6 from all your different tastes.
It was difficult for sure.
Collectible, whichever ones are more collectible, more favorite. We'll get into all that in just a second. So let's start closest to me. I don't have any figures this time. I was on the last one, and now I'm just kind of narrating basically. I'll be the segue between each one. So Jacob, why don't you start us off with one of the figures on your base plate?
I think we'll have to start with this guy.
There we go.
So
Deception.
this is a figure from the Atlantis theme. It's like a lobster guardian monster thing. But for me, it's cool because you've got these little claws.
Little claws. Those are
Massive, yeah. So I didn't know this for a long time because I didn't have this figure until recently. But he actually has short legs. And I always thought that it was a normal minifigure. But the colors and the mold that they use for this is just really neat.
It's so cool.
Very unlike any other figure Lego has done. It's terrifying
Pass
looking,
it around.
yet cute.
Yeah, it is.
And it's got
the teeth on it, that's so cool.
Yeah, that is
love
so
that.
epic. So is that
So the head under there is actually...
so the teeth is printed.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So the teeth are on the chest.
Yeah, you gotta show that on the close-up.
Yeah, then we'll do that.
That's so epic.
Headpiece removal.
So that's the print is the teeth.
Yep.
And then the mold goes over it, and
Pretty
that's
cool.
epic. And then
That's
those,
pretty awesome.
the
those
orange vines.
claws are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like that's epic.
Yeah.
And the way it holds it sideways,
Right.
Yeah.
it gives it a more crab-like angle. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Yeah. So a lot of the Atlantis figures have printing on the chest like that for a mouth
That
or
is
an
so
eye
cool.
or something.
Yeah.
So
Those are underrated. I'm not gonna lie.
They are.
They
They
are
are
so
definitely.
cool.
Yeah.
Super well done, super cool. And he's pretty collectible, right? He's like probably $50, $60-ish.
yeah,
somewhere in
he's
that
around
ballpark.
that. We don't see him a ton in the store
Mm-hmm.
occasionally, but he's about 50, 60.
Yeah. So, and you got this recently, you said.
Within the past 2 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fairly recent. Yeah.
Yeah. So a recent acquisition, very nice, awesome stuff. But we'll move right along to Grant. What's the first figure that you want to share with us?
I guess the first one is probably this classic Robin.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've started collecting a lot of DC recently,
Mm-hmm.
and I started off with the classic Batcave figures, and this is one of them because I had noticed like he had started to go up in value. I'm like, I might as well get him while I can. And I noticed like a lot of nice pieces, like this short cape. I think only comes on him. He's got a lot of similar looking pieces to a lot of other Robins. But he's just really funny, and like looking at the Adam West Batman with him, it's hilarious. Yeah, and that's part of the reason why I got him. I'm just like the Adam West Batman's awesome.
Classy.
Yeah, I think he's like $80-$90 now. So
Wow.
He's gone up quite a bit.
Surprising.
yeah. So
And that's the one that came in the big Batcave.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a super great set.
Yeah.
That's a great figure.
Yeah,
It really is.
I love short capes.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah, and it's Robin, so it's
Yeah,
it's
it's Robin.
cool.
I have
Yeah.
a lot of short capes. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Those are great, dude.
So yeah.
I do know that people in the store, I don't talk to customers as much as I used to, but when they're asking about DC figures, they're always asking about that Robin. Because I think that's the best example of a classic Robin character.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Yep.
Very, very cool. Awesome, Grant. And then moving right along, Joe, what's your first figure you want to share with the world?
I'll start with Iron Man, I guess.
There
I
we
don't
go.
know. This one was the latest addition to this collection. I would not like me acquiring it,
The
but
last pick.
me picking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, I should probably get a Marvel because Marvel is one of the things I have a lot of. I looked over and I was like, oh. I saw him. I was like, I forgot about him. This is the best Marvel figure
So much printing on it.
they've ever
really
made.
good.
Yeah.
Like I just straight up think it's the best Marvel figure. It is obviously the best Iron Man, but it's just smacked with all the printing. It's got 2 printed tiles, the one on the front,
Yeah.
the one on the back,
Yep.
dual arms with printing,
Yeah.
side of the leg printing, toe printing,
Like
and then a
printing.
custom head mold
Yeah.
with the black eye.
The head is like the best
Yeah.
part.
Or not
Yeah,
mold, but
Because of
print.
head print, yeah. It's
yes.
a unique Iron Man
It's
print.
so
Yeah.
cool.
Only one. I know the black eye. I remember seeing that before I had this figure. I saw the black eye and I was like, "What? That comes on a figure?"
Yeah.
And then I looked at it. I was like, "Oh." And I was like, "Now I need to get that."
Yeah, I love that head.
And then you've got the printing on the side there as well that matches up with it on the helmet. So when you close it, it's even better.
It looks
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
And then the color combo of the silver and the red is also one of my favorites of the
Yeah.
Iron Man. Even though the gold looks good, I like the silver and
Yeah.
Silver Centurion, baby.
The silver fits more with like the metal suits, I think.
Oh yeah, and
Definitely.
That's what makes it look better. Than
I also
most Iron Man.
forget, but the armor is 2 colors as well. So
Oh,
it's silver.
Yeah, you're right. And then it's like
Like if you take the tile off here,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
the shoulders are actually dark
Yeah.
red,
Yeah.
which is really insane. Like they went all out with this
They
this
did.
figure. It was a polybag figure too.
Yeah.
They had
mean-
nothing back for that.
Right.
And it kind of came out at a time where they were not doing that at all.
No.
So it was kind of
It's shocking.
Yeah.
It still is. Like you see this and you're like,
How?
Really?
all that printing. Like it's
Right.
actually insane. So that's my
Really
Marvel
well done.
representation, and I think it's worthy. It's
Absolutely.
about. I don't know what he's going for, but I think it's around $80 right now.
Yeah, something like
So
that.
He's really gone up recently over the last few years. He was like $40 when I first saw him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wish I'd gotten one then.
Right?
Yeah.
I think I paid $60 for mine, so
Yeah.
it's appreciated some since then.
Absolutely, Joe. I think if you're picking a cool Marvel figure, that's one of the top ones for sure because
Yeah.
the production and the quality of it is like it's so unique and detailed compared to some of the Marvel figures can be a
Yeah.
little plain.
They
Plain
can.
colored legs,
And that's
minimal
yeah.
printing.
you see that way too much with Marvel, so seeing something like this is like
Yeah.
mind blowing, really.
Definitely
Yeah.
stands out.
Because like half
So
of my
epic.
figures don't have light printing. Like,
Yeah, yeah. So this
And then there's that.
this one is a standout for sure
Yeah.
from Marvel, and I wanted to represent Marvel, so I'm glad I have that one to show off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you keep hearing that cha-ching in the background. I think it's very ironic because all these figures are
Yeah,
cha-ching.
right?
Ching,
So you hear that pop up every now and then. The iPad will register when the register sells. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's
Cha-ching.
amazing.
It's a
Joe,
good
when
figure.
did you acquire that? Was it pretty recently?
No,
Last
I've
couple-
had this one probably about a year now.
Okay, so you've gotten it before it really started. Everything's
yeah,
timed up,
none
so.
of these are recent. I've had all these for at least 6 months or more.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, great first figure there, Joe. Let's rotate back to the beginning here. And Jacob, what's the second figure you want to talk about?
I think we
Cha-ching.
might have to hop over to Star Wars.
There you go.
I mean,
So the next figure is
Yo.
the Shadow ARF Trooper.
Mm.
And for those who don't know, this was a May the 4th promotion. I believe it was
2014, 13?
2012.
Or no, it was 12 because it had the Captain Rex on
Seven.
it.
12,
Wow.
11.
Yeah.
Wow,
2011.
can I get? I
Eleven
love
or
It, it had the Captain Rex on it. On the
Yo,
on the,
I'm
on the
looking
art.
it up.
Yeah.
Joe will fact check us, but
Yeah.
it's one of those
It's
early
one of
years.
those, yeah. This is a great figure. I mean, the mold is the same as the normal ARF Trooper, but the fact that this is all black is just
Yeah.
It's so
it's so cool. And it's not actually a real.
2011.
Doesn't
See,
matter.
okay,
Okay.
there you
Yeah.
go.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't even think this is a real character within Star Wars, but Lego just decided to do it because hey, why not?
Yeah, right.
So
For kicks.
it's
exactly.
pretty awesome. I got that poly bag brand new. It was just a lucky find,
Mm-hmm.
but he usually runs about between like 260 to 300.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
He
a
ain't
lot.
too shabby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He is a pretty collectible figure. I remember him being expensive even years ago. He was over $100 back then.
yeah.
And so it's always been a desirable figure, and it's only gone up as years have
Yeah.
gone on.
Yeah, we rarely see this in the store. I used to see it a lot more when I started working here, but
Mhm.
it's kind of dropped off
Yeah.
over
Mhm.
the past few years.
We've had one in the last year that I
Yeah,
can remember, and it was a
it's
few
not
months
common.
ago.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
remember
at all.
Yeah.
And it was
'Cause
gone.
We
right
got
away.
it in.
Yeah. It was gone
and
within like
it
the day,
sold
right?
that day, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, Jacob, we had this." And then like a month after that,
You got it.
he got it.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah."
Let's go.
Right.
So
That's awesome.
yeah, those figures are always fun to see when they come in.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so unique. I mean, it's those polybag figures like that that are just
Like
really
same with that one. It's just
another polybag.
Yeah.
you just those are the coolest figures,
Exactly.
and they're so hard to find when they get older like that.
All right.
Exactly.
amazing.
So you got one, like for example, DC Robin from a big rare set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the polybag that was only available with a video game purchase.
I
believe?
think that's what it was.
Video
from
game.
GameStop and whatever.
Yeah.
And then you got another
May the
like
4th.
promotional.
May the
This
4th.
is
Yeah.
super rare. So
Yeah.
Crazy.
this is how these rare figures will sometimes filter down to the collectors, is from these weird offshoot things.
Yeah,
So
right.
we're gonna see a theme here.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know, some of these are from sets, but some of these
Yeah.
are not. So
Yeah.
very cool. And I one final thought on the Shadow Arc Trooper is it's cool. Like Stormtroopers, Clone Troopers, they look cool. They did an amazing job with
Yeah.
design. But then when you make it, put them all in black, they
It's
look
just cool.
bad. They
Yeah,
look cool.
It's a
you know?
different aesthetic. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks so epic.
Yeah.
So it really, cha-ching, it really does.
Perfect
It
timing.
really does make a already cool trooper even cooler.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with all that coolness aside, Grant, want to show off your second figure here?
So I guess I'll do Akita next. I'm the Ninjago expert here.
Django, baby.
For according to most people.
Ninja Go, as I used to say.
Ninja Go, yeah.
Oh.
Pain.
But she came in the it was the season 11 set. It was the Castle of the Forsaken Emperor,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And so that set came out like 4 years ago, and she's already like $80-$90. I don't know. I think it's the pieces, because you have an exclusive hair / wolf mold, exclusive head, interesting cape,
dude.
and
Yeah.
torso legs are all
Cape is
exclusive.
so
The
epic.
cape is so cool, and I think we had gotten set a while ago, and I pulled the trigger on it then. But
Yeah.
this is just so cool.
And if you know Ninjago.
And if you know Ninjago, this
It's
is
even
really
cooler,
interesting
yeah.
because she has a really cool like character.
Yeah, she
storyline
really
and
does.
Storyline,
Yeah.
So, yeah,
That is an amazing figure. I gotta say, when I first saw that appear, I'm like, that reminds me of some of those anime inspired movies. I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
the name of the movie. I haven't seen it. I want to at some point, but it's very Studio Ghibli inspired stuff. And so, yeah, that Ninjago kind of pulling from that is really cool.
They actually had in that season they had a couple episodes that were made into anime like that. They dedicated episodes that were anime.
Yeah.
Wow.
They
Exactly,
weren't
yeah.
just the regular animation. They were anime.
It was
Mhm.
pretty
It was-
cool.
yeah.
I forgot about that.
It was a
Yeah,
change
that
up, but it was cool.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
epic.
Awesome.
That's
was
so
really
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember there was also a large fox minifigure
Yes.
animal that went with that
yeah,
character,
yeah.
right? So,
Yep.
Yeah, I know nothing about the Ninjago season, but I at least know of that figure and how
Right.
cool it is. So it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And the value going up so quickly after
Yeah,
just a
it's
couple
crazy.
years. So
It's crazy.
Yep, another great set.
Yeah.
And, you know,
exactly, it's cool to see Ninjago make the cool minifigure,
Yeah, right.
best
They're-
minifigure list.
yeah.
There's a
Pretty
lot of
amazing.
expensive ones. Yeah.
There's so many cool Ninjago figures.
Yeah.
Like, there weren't any that were close enough to beat this.
Right.
But there's some really good Ninjago
Yeah.
figures. There
Overall,
are.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when it's only 6 figures, it's tough. But
Yeah.
Ninjago definitely deserves its spot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You got to mention the Ninjago. We got the banners all around us.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a
yeah,
lot of
Most
Ninjago.
popular IP. So.
very cool figure. Grant, Joe, what's your next figure that you
I'm
want
going
to
to bounce to the other side here. Go with Ahsoka.
Back to the Star Wars.
I mean, and all 3 of my Star Wars figures are Rebels. So
Mhm.
if you haven't noticed, I'm a fan. Actually, I finished getting every single one of the Rebels figures about 3 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
they're great figures to collect. This is, I don't know, it's so hard to pick between these 3 which one's the coolest, but this is definitely one of them.
So cool.
The Rebels
Yeah.
Ahsoka, best Ahsoka they've made. I mean, the new one is good, but this one's just, it's.
So
Next
cool.
level, yeah.
I mean, she's
There's-
amazing. She's so accurate.
Yeah.
Like, that's insanely accurate. You know, I bought these off Bricklink, the white
Mm.
sabers, because that's accurate to the show.
Yeah.
But she does, in the set, come with trans light blue sabers, which
Yeah.
only come on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just can't say enough about this figure. Torso's so accurate. Printing's amazing.
There's so
Dark
many good
orange
things.
coloring.
Yeah.
Unique
right.
headpiece, I'm guessing, or is it shock
yeah,
tees?
so I think it's the same as Shock Tees, but I don't know if
It
it's the same
has the-
material.
Yeah, and it has that little crown.
But yeah,
piece
it's
on there.
custom. It's
yeah.
a different
Yeah.
print.
Yeah,
It's
different
definitely
print,
a different print. Yeah.
It's the similar mold.
So every part is unique to her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
nothing else is the same. Printing's insane. I think she has a dual head. I don't pull it off very often.
Yeah, don't mess with it too
she
much.
stays in this
Yeah.
usually. So I mean, this is
Yeah.
almost a $300 figure. She's
Yeah.
about right there. So I know, not too bad.
And the top of the horns are in perfect condition. They're not actually worn off. It's like
which
every
a lot of
rubber mold always has that where
Yeah.
the horns are worn
just
off.
like
problem.
right here or
Yeah.
right here.
Every time.
This one
That's perfect.
I pulled out of a brand new set though, so I bought the set, opened it.
Exactly.
She got built and she went in there. I'm not letting this one get worn.
Right.
She's incredible.
Yeah.
Just such a good figure and
Character.
that's the thing.
Great character.
The figure is super cool, but it's Ahsoka, which is an amazing Star Wars character. I'm so excited for the show.
Yes.
So
That's
hyped.
gonna
But
be-
she's great in Rebels, Clone Wars. Overall, one of the coolest characters that hasn't showed up in live action until The Mandalorian.
Right.
Which obviously was super exciting.
Yeah.
Now she's getting her own show live action.
Even better.
Yeah, baby.
Good things to look forward to for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm liking the. There's plenty of Star Wars here, but there's also plenty of other things too.
I
But,
didn't-
mean,
exactly.
we got a nod to Star Wars all
Yeah.
over the place.
It's
Star
hard
Wars-
to avoid
It always
that.
has the most
I mean,
expensive figures.
it also has the most figures.
Yeah, true.
So, like, Star Wars has made the most figures. There's Marvel's, like,
Over
not
1,000.
even half
Yeah.
of
Oh,
the...
yeah.
Marvel's like 400. Star Wars is like 1,200 at this
Yeah,
point.
it's insane
Yeah.
how many Star Wars figures they've made. And that's, of course they have good ones. I mean,
Yeah, right.
there's
Eventually.
plenty of ones that are like, you know, there's battle droids. They're cool, but they're not they're battle droids. But
Right.
then there's stuff like this, and it's
Yeah,
like,
it's unique named characters. That's the.
they're so epic. Yeah.
Star Wars is hard to beat.
Yeah,
Sure.
obviously.
But speaking of Star Wars, Jacob, is there anything else on your base plate that you want to share with us?
There
here?
are some more Star Wars figures, but I was actually going to jump over to the other
Let's
side.
swap
last.
over to
That's the
Pirates
last.
then. Let's do it. Let's do it.
So we're going to go back in time a little bit. So
Back in my day.
my day, we had this pirates.
I think this is back in the 1700s when Mark was born.
yeah,
Oh
exactly.
yeah,
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is an admiral. The red variant of this only came in 3 sets.
Mm-hmm.
3 rare, expensive sets.
biggest
Of course,
sets,
of
yeah.
course.
Shocking.
Back in
So-
the day.
On Bricklink, it says there's a few different ones, whether they have a different colored plume or not, but it's the same minifig.
Yeah.
This is cool for a lot of reasons. I'm a major Pirates fan.
Shocking.
Just
I know.
slightly major.
Had no idea.
Who would ever
Which
guess?
pirate ship are you missing? Oh, that's right. You have all of them.
Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome. Shout out to Jacob.
Flattery.
Yes.
But he's just, it's a classic figure. I love the hat.
What's his name? Is that Governor Broadside?
Governor Broadside's the blue one.
Oh, okay. What's his name then?
Admiral Woodhouse.
Woodhouse.
Wow.
There you go.
Super weird, but
It
um,
sounds cool to me.
yeah, I think we touched on this in the pirate video, but there are different names depending on what country you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
But
Old Lego was like that.
yeah.
That's interesting.
But just a great figure. I mean,
Yeah.
the head mold or the head print for this is unique to him.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He has.
I like how his hat is. Isn't it a white piece that has black printing on the
Yes.
sides?
That's
Oh,
actually, I didn't
actually,
notice
yo.
that. That's cool.
So
I
Yep.
did not realize that.
because all the other ones are black with
yeah.
a white print on them, or
Exactly.
gold or whatever.
That's pretty epic. I'm
But
not
that
gonna
one's
lie.
Yeah.
pretty special. That was pretty innovative back then for Lego to do that.
Yeah.
It takes it to the next level.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. And these are always great to have because you can't
Yeah.
have your soldiers without having an admiral.
Who's gonna
Yeah.
lead your soldiers? I mean,
Exactly.
He's ordering
So-
them around.
Yeah.
Great figure and
Right.
from a great
He's-
line. So.
The admirals and the governors always hover around $60 to $70.
Mm-hmm.
They've been kind of like that for a long time.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's an old figure, so it's found its price mark.
I mean, now that we said that, though, it's gonna.
shoot up.
Yeah.
We've showed it off, so now it's gonna go.
Exactly.
Cha-ching!
Oh, it's
Darn it.
value.
So everything on this table will be more in about 3 months. But yeah,
I mean, that's
So,
that's
sorry,
just how
not
that
sorry.
works. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's one. I actually got that one on Bricklink as a kid. I was probably 10 or 11,
Wow.
and I got it on Bricklink, and I played with it to the point where it's unrecognizable, and I really
Yep.
regret that. But it's
Yeah.
it's still it's awesome.
Bricklink was
That's what
around
it's
back
for.
then.
Yeah,
actually.
it's old.
I think it started in like 2004, so it's like a year younger than you are.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know, 1700s.
Wow.
That's
When you've seen all the years,
Not
Yeah.
again, Mark.
Yep, just like the Admiral here, so very cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
great choice. I'm glad you brought some of your. I know Pirates is one of your favorite themes, if not your favorite
Definitely.
theme.
I think it's his favorite.
So good to see some of that represented on your
Stuff.
base plate here. I know Grant's a big Ninjago fan. Good to see
Yeah.
Ninjago, and then I was hoping we'll see some Lord of the Rings. From
yeah, you're
Joe
gonna-
over there.
yeah.
But
We've
let's
got two
not
over
skip
there.
Grant here. What's on Grant's base plate that we want to share next?
So I guess since you did your classic one, I'll do my
Yes.
classic
There we
castle
go.
figure. I've told this story to about like 1 million people at this point. I was gifted a lot of old castle sets when I was little, including the Yellow Castle, which this one came on, the King's
Nice.
Castle, and a couple other ones. And then I chucked them all in a bulk bin. And I still have a couple of the parts, and I was able to piece together this one. He runs for like $50 because he's used. But I saw the red visor piece in my little bin, and I'm like, that's pretty expensive, right?
Yeah.
And then I put it on I found the helmet, and like, I know that's expensive, and I put it together, and I looked it up on Bricklink, and I'm like, okay.
Nice.
And I've kept them in a case ever since because it's classic castle. It's cool. So like I put them next to the forest hideout to kind of get a comparison
there you go.
of the new versus the old. And obviously castle was before my time. But I like the simplicity of older stuff. So this is just perfect for that type
Exactly.
of thing. So.
Are those ducks?
It looks like it, but they're.
It really looks like
it looks like they are.
Like if you took a picture from a duck from the
So
front.
the castle expert here can give some light
Right,
on
yeah.
that subject.
Please
Those
enlighten us.
Those
Is
are
it
clovers.
Clovers.
Clovers. Okay, that
Ducks,
makes
Three-leaf
sense.
clovers. Yeah.
Ducks would be cooler.
So
Yeah.
ducks is a great idea, though. I like that original take on that. That's
Yes.
welcome. Hey, Grant, I'm
Lord
super
Duckling.
happy more Classic Castle made it to the series.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite themes, and
Yeah.
it does have some very, very special characters like that one. Only
Yeah.
came in one set back
Yeah.
in the first year that minifigures were produced.
Yeah, wasn't it the Yellow
so
Castle?
cool.
78,
That's actually
79. So yeah.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
So without him,
Gosh.
none of these would exist.
Right?
Exactly.
And how much does he go for?
Like $50.
Oh, wow.
If he was
I
mint,
mean-
he'd be a bajillion more.
Yeah.
Obviously, but
Yeah.
I think he's like $50 because this helmet in good condition's like $20, but it's got
That's
a little
insane,
dent.
yeah.
But yeah.
Crazy, man.
$50 would be a good deal for even a good used
Oh.
one like that.
That always happens because he's so old. The visor pops off. It just did it.
That was probably a problem back when they
Oh, I'm
first
sure it
started
was.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
It's got the small little bits that pop into the helmet.
That's
I love how all of those figures had stickers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of printing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Well,
Yeah.
they printed the heads, and that's
Yeah.
it. And then everything else was stickered on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the heads. Yeah.
Very, very cool. All right, and moving on to Joe, do we have anything
Well,
medieval there? Or are we going
I would
on
say
with more
classic.
Star Wars?
You guys are doing classic castles, so I'll go with not so classic castles.
Yeah, there you go.
And freaky warrior
And
guy.
from the best theme Lego's ever produced, according to me. Okay,
There you go.
Take it from me.
It's definitely
true.
worth
Lord of the
arguing.
Rings.
It's
Right.
not true.
Lord of the Rings.
Of course you would say.
I think Mark would agree.
Hey, I think there's an argument to be made that Lord of the Rings are some of the best sets ever made.
Oh,
So,
thank you. Thank you.
That's true.
I'm not
Yeah.
agreeing with it. I'm just saying that argument's valid.
I appreciate you validating my argument. Anyway, this is an Urukai, one of the white handprints, but it's also a misprint that came in the store, and immediately I was like, well, gotta buy that. So it got this weird extra finger.
Oh, can I get a
Yeah.
closer look at that?
So it's like
A big extra finger.
yeah, so
oh my.
it's like the printing just went, or the start of the hand showed up again. I don't know. It's a little streak going off.
Yeah, it looks like he was like in a hurry, so he just kind of slapped his hand there and then.
And
And then
wiped
he-
it.
yeah, Saruman was like, "Come on!" Oh, my bad. Nah, you're fine. Go. So he ran out. So this is one of the 55 Urukai I have now.
In,
And the white hand printing makes them more expensive.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
these are like $60 to $80.
Isn't the helmet itself worth like $30?
But so it's about a
Something like
$50,
that.
$60 minifigure. This is about $20. So now it's $80 and it's a misprint. So this one's kind of hard to put a price on.
Absolutely.
I think I paid $80 for it as a misprint without the shield. I just had an extra shield, so I put it with it.
Perfect.
So
Yeah.
the white hands are definitely harder to get. I think I only have 6 of those, 6 or 7.
Only.
Well,
only
Only
when you
have 6
collect
of
Lord of the
you
Rings,
could have just brought 6 of those.
Yeah, why don't you just do that?
I could have. I should
Here's
just.
my figures,
I
guys.
could
Alright,
put all
thank
my
you.
Urukai right here. Yeah.
Bring
and
a
then
base
put
plate of
Saruman
Urukai.
in front of it.
Oh my gosh.
I could do that. So yeah, I'm not obsessed.
Maybe next time.
I remember the day we found that here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember who pulled it out, but I was like,
It was me.
it was probably you.
It was you, yeah? He's like, Joe here.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I mean,
literally
everyone
gave it to
knew
you.
I was gonna
I
buy
pressed it for
it.
you.
Yeah, it's not hard. You know, if you find something Lord of the Rings that I don't have, which is only a misprint at this point, because
Yeah.
I finished collecting all of those as well. It's just, it's so.
just cool.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
The Urukai White Hand is already awesome, and it being a misprint just makes it even cooler. It's funny. I mean, I don't even know what to think of it. It's just such a weird misprint.
It's
just
a good misprint.
It's an extra print.
It
Yeah,
is.
right.
It is a
Yeah.
good misprint. It's you immediately look at it and
It's
go,
funny, yeah.
oh, that's different. He's got a 6th finger coming off his pinky.
Yeah, it's good.
It's an extra thumb.
He's literally built different.
So
Yeah, cha-ching for
fa-
sure.
yeah. So this
Like
is
clockwork.
obviously
Yeah, right.
my
free
favorite
sound effects.
my favorite theme, favorite army to build. So this is a figure I can always get more of, which is awesome.
Exactly.
I like
Yeah.
to because I have every single one of the Lord of the Rings figures, and I don't want to just buy it duplicates. But when it's an army build, I can keep buying more,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
which is
Exactly.
probably not good for my wallet. But
No.
It's
fun.
great. It's great for Helm's Deep. It looks.
It doesn't
great.
lose its value. So
It doesn't lose its value.
lose
That's
its
true.
value.
These
Yeah.
just keep going up, and it's because a lot of people army build with this kind of stuff. So
Exactly.
incredible figure, already awesome without the misprint, but with the misprint, it's just cool, man.
yeah.
Exactly.
And Lord of the Rings. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of a fan.
Yeah, Joe, it's a great figure. It's a really collectible version of a great figure.
Yeah.
It's an
Definitely.
army builder figure.
Yeah.
And it has a misprint, but it's not only just a misprint, it could be askew or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it could have been a realistic
Exactly.
application of
Yeah.
paint on that helmet.
Exactly.
So it's like,
that totally could have actually happened
it,
if.
it feels like
yeah.
there's a story behind that misprint.
I'll
which
make
I
something
think-
up.
Yeah, I know.
I'll figure it out.
The value just seems to go higher and higher each time I talk about something. So it's a
Exactly.
really cool figure.
There's a lot of boxes that checks.
Yeah.
for sure.
Exactly.
Now, if I had a misprint shield to go with that,
Hey, we'll
if
keep
we
an eye
find
out.
one of those, I need that.
if we see it, we will be applying that. For
Yeah,
sure.
we'll look for it.
Alrighty, and Jacob over here, what do we got to
See,
follow
we
up on
could
the
go
archive?
back to Star Wars. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's switch it back up to Star Wars here.
So this one's probably one of my favorites that I brought today.
Mhm.
This
It is really. It's my
That's
favorite
awesome.
of the ones. you
That's
the
brought.
white
cool.
Boba Fett.
That's so cool.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
The old white Boba, the OG.
Correct, the old
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
So this, there's not much to say about it, but
Enough said.
this was also a May the 4th promotion.
Mhm.
I think this was
2010.
2010.
Yeah, it was the year
It
before.
was the
that.
year, literally the year
Yeah.
before that.
So, I mean, this is very
Awesome.
similar in value to the ARF Trooper, but I
Yeah.
like it better.
Yeah, I
Much
agree with
better.
you there.
It's cool for all the same reasons Boba Fett is cool, except that it's just
All white.
It's just
Same
white.
with the all black
Exactly,
nose. Like
exactly,
when you
yeah.
color it all in one color like that, and
Yeah.
it being the OG style,
Right.
like it's so cool.
There's
The
something
OG
about that
Boba
helmet mold.
and
Yeah.
the OG Django.
yeah.
Mhm.
Those are two of my favorite figs, and that one is just
Yeah.
like right up there with them.
Yeah. That helmet mold is it's just so interesting.
I
It's
would
so cool.
I would love to get that one just so I could put it beside the Django and the Boba
Exactly,
and just
yeah.
show those three off. That
And then
would
you
be
can go and buy
epic.
the silver and the gold
You
ones.
probably
now.
you have
That's the goal.
You have
That's
the
the
Django.
goal. Huh?
Do you have the Django?
I do.
So he could put all three together. There you go.
I do have them
Yeah.
all together.
I just
but
need that one.
Yeah.
this.
You want to sell it to me?
No.
I didn't think so.
Maybe.
$1,000.
Yeah.
For the right price.
Then you can buy two of them.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, that helmet mode was a big win for Lego.
I
and
agree.
it looks great on this. I heard somewhere that these were given out for May the 4th in other countries, but in the United States, it was a lot harder to get. I don't know the exact story, but it's a little weird.
Convoluted
Maybe
release.
maybe the viewers will know.
And then how did
Yeah,
how'd you get the book that came in? I can't remember.
So
That was even rare.
That's different.
Okay.
That is totally
This,
different.
It is.
I got this new, so this was still in the bag when I got it.
yeah.
I heard that there was a convention that these were given out to artists, like Lego artists,
so
that
they could
worked
paint 'em.
at the convention.
Is that so they could customize them or something?
No, it was just like a giveaway.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
that may be completely false. You can fact check me on that.
Yes.
Comment.
If someone in the comments who knows a little bit about the backstory, feel free to let us know what
Yeah.
you know, because we're always
Yeah.
reading these comments and we'll talk
Yeah.
about it later.
For sure.
Yeah.
We don't
I
know
looked at that
everything,
a-
just most of it.
I looked at that a while ago, so I could definitely be wrong. But it's cool nonetheless.
It's so
and it's
cool.
one of my
Yeah,
favorite figures that I have.
It's kind of
so,
awesome.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's fair to say that Boba Fett and Jango Fett are some of the more popular
Oh,
Star
yeah.
Wars characters
Easily.
ever.
Yeah.
Mandalorians in general.
Yeah.
But then this is really an homage to the original design for Boba
Yes.
Fett, which
Yes.
was kind of like a Darth Vader
Yeah.
assistant. He was like the ultimate stormtrooper,
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of evolved into the bounty hunter look. But this is a real cool nod
Yeah,
to the
there was-
original art
it is-
style.
There was actual white concept.
Yeah, this is like
for
the
Boba
concept.
Fett. That
I
was-
think they made
that
full
was-
costumes.
They
They were made out of
was
white
it-
armor.
I think he actually was in a parade
Mm-hmm.
the year before. I don't know. I feel like I saw this somewhere in
Yeah.
a parade
Mhm.
with the white Boba costume before he even showed up on film,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
it
then
was
they
a
changed it,
last minute change.
which is insane.
Interesting.
Like,
Yeah.
obviously Boba looks amazing, but getting that
Mhm.
as a Lego figure is awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty special stuff for sure. And expensive, rare, one of the best figures ever. That's why we're here.
It's one of the most expensive Boba Fett's, but there's one a little more expensive.
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
we actually talked about that last episode. You can go. There's probably a little linky thing up in the corner
somewhere.
Linky thing.
right over Joe, I think.
Put it right on his nose.
Exactly. Alrighty, and then moving right along to Grant, what's the next figure that you want to share with us over here?
I guess we'll stick with the white theme.
Yes.
We'll do the white Ninjaroid. This is my favorite Ninjago figure that I own, honestly. This came in the 2017 Bricktober pack from Toys R Us. Rest in peace.
It was kind of sad though.
But so this one you had this one, you had a young Time Twin Crux, you had Neuro, and you had Golden Power Kai, which is also really cool.
Neuro.
I almost brought that one.
Neuro is awesome.
Yeah, I almost brought Neuro.
Neuro's my favorite.
I love Neuro.
But this one, they never actually made, like, they never made a set for what this came on in the show. It was in season 6, where Nauticon goes to steal the Realm Crystal, and a bunch of these are like the guards of like the maze that he gets the Realm Crystal at, and there's like 20 of them. So if you can make an army with these, it'd be hilarious.
That would be awesome. And expensive.
It would be quick math, $1,000.
Quick.
Because this goes for about $50. But it's got some really unique like armor parts and stuff. Because it's basically just the same Ninjaroid mold, but white. It's like the Boba
It's
Fett.
just like this.
It's the exact but it's just the Ninjago twist on it. So
Wow.
and the one thing is that you can't really pull the swords off. I don't know if that was because of the packaging of the Bricktober thing, but it's really hard to do that.
Like, actually?
I can't.
Really?
You want to try it? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's hard.
Don't break it.
Yeah, don't break it. It's,
Dang.
It's really
Really
it's really
stuck in
weird.
Are they fused in there?
That one came out.
Yeah, they're not fused in it. It's just it's like really I don't know if it's like stuck from it being in the package for so long, but
Yeah, because
it's really difficult to
I
do.
got it, but like that, he's actually right. Yeah,
Yeah,
see how
it
it's got
kind of bends the sword. It's weird. But
because
it's interesting.
it
Like,
is true though.
It's
The
unique.
packaging, the way it is they're put in like perfectly. They
Yeah.
They
fit
get pushed in
perfectly.
there.
But the legs are always loose when you pull them out of the packages too. The legs
Yeah.
are always like
It's-
you can just.
I got
so
the
easily.
Marvel one, and like trying to get some of those parts out, they're wedged in there like really hard.
Yeah, but
Very
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, and I think that's the first. It might be the first Bricktober figure we've talked about so far in the series.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
so.
I forgot
a
about
really cool. Yeah, I know. Really cool way to release rare figures.
Yeah.
Basically
Very
a
cool.
promotional style
Yeah.
release.
Very
and what the pack was like $20 at Toys R Us or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And now, how much does he go for? Again?
He goes for like $50. The whole pack.
Oh yeah,
goes,
you talked about that.
yeah, the whole pack goes for like $180.
Yeah.
So.
So really cool figure, and so he was only there was a small squad of them, and I haven't seen the show. Excuse my huge
it's
amount of
okay.
ignorance on this,
It's
but there was a
okay.
squad of these like kind of elite Ninjaroid warriors.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, they were like guard versions of it because they were the Ninjaroids were originally bad, and then they got to be like police officers almost.
Yes.
Cyrus
and
Borg.
in that
Good
case,
job.
yes,
Cyrus Borg, baby.
They got a job. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
good.
They cleaned up their act a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they found a purpose.
Quick
That's good.
turnaround.
Yeah.
Another great figure, another great Ninjago figure.
Mhm.
So good to see that
Yeah.
too. So
Well, I switched mine around a little bit because I was like, well, you guys are doing white figures, so
there we go.
Admiral
The whitest
Thrawn,
figure.
he's got a white outfit, so
The really shiny white
it's the
uniform.
closest thing I got.
That counts. Yeah.
This is one of my favorite figures. It is.
It's Thrawn. Like
He's one of, if not my favorite. He is my favorite Star Wars villain, and one of my favorite Star Wars characters overall.
Yeah.
I am so in love with the character. Like, he's so awesome, and his
Yeah.
voice in the Rebel show is insane. He fits the the character perfectly.
definitely.
He's coming back in live action in the Rebels or the Rebels, the Ahsoka show.
Yeah.
We already
know
talked
what you
about-
meant.
The continuation of the Rebel show. Yeah.
basically going to be the Rebel
Basically,
show. Yeah.
so I am so stoked to see him in live action, and I think it's the same voice actor, which is
That's good.
literally
See,
going to make
that's-
it so worth
Yeah.
it. Like, that's going to be awesome.
That always makes
Fingers
sense.
crossed for that. But
So
yeah.
the official figure doesn't have the what are these called?
Epaulets.
Yeah.
Epaulets. But I had to add it.
Yeah,
I think it
it
looks
works.
too
It's a
good.
purist type thing, but it works.
Yeah, it just looks amazing. The figure is so accurate. It's so well done. This
Yeah.
hairpiece is dark blue.
It's so
that
weird.
only
on
comes
him.
on him in
Yeah.
that color. You know, everything's unique except his white pants.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's common, but if they'd done printing, it would have looked weird. He should have the white pants.
Yeah.
Very simple.
He's very
uniform.
It's
simplistic,
simplistic.
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 Very
There you go.
simplistic.
The English language is difficult.
We'll edit it out.
Sometimes.
You can leave it in.
No,
there.
we're not going to.
No, I don't edit these that much. There you go.
They're not edited at all. So no, just one of my favorite figures, favorite characters. That's really what got me. Is I was like, this is a great character and a great figure, and that's kind of who I tried to grab.
Yeah, for
overall.
sure.
Yeah.
Except Iron Man.
Oh, hey.
I'm just
whoa.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. He's alright.
Some people like Iron Man.
I like
okay.
Iron Man. I
He's
like Iron Man.
okay.
He's not
Okay.
that bad. But yeah, Thrawn is one of my favorites. I've always wanted him, and I got him at Brick Rodeo last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a great find.
It's a
Got
good
the full
purchase.
set for that with the blind Kanan as well.
Right.
It's just it's so good. And he goes for like 120, 130
Probably, I
bucks
think
now.
more now.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
keeps
Probably
he
more.
keeps going up, and as soon as he like shows up in the trailer or something, he's gonna go.
Yeah.
There's like a Star Wars.
I mean,
fans.
if you
Yeah.
in the Obi-Wan show, Quinlan Voss got mentioned and jumped $20. So
Yeah.
it's insane.
it
Max,
really is
Max
crazy.
Rebo died in Book of Boba Fett and he went up 140. So.
Yeah, so that helps.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with Star Wars is cursed.
Star Wars fans, man, they're crazy.
Yeah.
So if you haven't gotten
It's a
your
bit
Thrawn
crazy.
yet, I would
Get him now.
Yeah, we would recommend you get him as soon as possible before he appears in the show.
I would say buy him from us, but every time we put him online,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
people are buying them from us.
Like within hours.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
you
it's
can,
ridiculous.
you
He's
can
so
get on our
popular.
website, get the email me when it's in
Yes.
stock, and that's a
do that.
possibility. However, there's Bricklink and other places.
Can we leave the link in the description, maybe?
We probably can.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can link to
Yeah.
the Thrawn listing, whether
Yeah.
he's with,
link
out
in
of stock or not.
description. Is that down there?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be down there.
Technically, Yeah,
somewhere.
all
you'll
down
have
there.
to scroll.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's right. I found it.
Yes.
You guys are so literal. It's amazing.
You're
It
welcome.
hurts.
It's the quality of mine.
It's
It's a little scary.
It's painful, isn't it? Yeah.
Alrighty, moving on from all that pain and heartache, we're going to get to Jacob's plate here. What's our next figure?
I think we have to go back to the other side.
Yep, Jacob is our
You gotta
twist
You gotta
up.
finish in the middle.
Yeah,
This one requires a little bit of a backstory. So,
Oh, yes.
yes. Thank you, Mark.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Okay. So, this may look like a normal Black Falcon soldier, but it is indeed a misprint. But the reason that this is so rare is that the normal Black Falcons, the little head on the Falcon is supposed to be pointing towards the right.
If you're looking at
If you're looking at it
from the
straight on.
Oh, that was confusing.
This
His
one
left, yeah.
is facing the left. Now, this type of thing only happened in 2 sets, as far as I know of.
Yeah.
One of them is that little catapult set. I don't remember the numbers for these or the names, but we'll find them for you.
We'll drop a picture of him, hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It was a catapult set and a small little fort castle thing.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, the production of those sets had the potential to produce.
So weird.
Yeah, and then but it was only for those 2. The rest of the sets that year
That's
and that
so weird.
We're
it's
completely fine.
It literally is just weird.
it's very bizarre. But I've only ever seen like 3 or 4 of
Yeah,
these.
I've seen it like about that many in my entire career here.
It's
so,
pretty
yeah.
amazing, and it's one of those things that is, it's a cool story, and
Not listed on Bricklink,
Nope.
although it
Yeah,
is
exactly.
wasn't a
Which is so
set.
crazy.
It
Yeah.
should be listed on Bricklink.
I don't know
but
why
it
it's
isn't.
not.
Should
You
be.
should probably list that.
Come on, Bricklink, let's get
It
going.
might be that some of those sets actually did have the regular figures in
They
them, and
do.
some of them didn't, which is this case. So,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I've seen people list this under the normal one, and then they'll explain it under their
Mm-hmm.
Oh
listing.
yeah.
But
description.
that's again,
It's
I've
hard,
only ever
yeah,
seen it like
yeah.
once.
Yeah.
So very cool. I love that. There's also a variant where the colors can be flipped,
which
Yeah,
is also
I have seen
insane.
that, yeah.
That's cool.
which
Yeah.
is different than this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can have both,
All 3.
which
Yeah,
would be
all
an insane
4.
combination. But
You could have all 4. You could have his color switch and the head switch.
He could be the multiverse version of the
Multiverse of Black Falcon.
Black Falcon guy.
The Black Falcon version.
as far as price goes, this is
It's weird. It's hard to price.
Very
Yeah, every
difficult.
misprint is, yeah.
Question mark.
Name your price.
Yeah,
What you
exactly.
feel like paying for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool. It's just there's no price guide to go off of.
Yeah.
It's just
I think we used to or still do have one out in the castle section. We listed them at like I don't know, hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Because it's like what we don't know, and so we're not necessarily gonna pay that much in trade, but
Mhm.
we're
It's just-
if you
yeah.
want it, that's the weird Black Falcon.
so
misprint.
it's so strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got 2 of these because 2 of them came in the catapult set,
Mm-hmm.
and I think 4 of them came in the little fort.
Yeah.
So only 6 of those figures per year were basically
Yeah.
had that potential.
Right.
Exactly.
So I was actually sorting through some old parts that I got from my father, and I saw the parts to the catapult, and I got excited because I was like,
There's a possibility.
there's a
Yeah.
chance, right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it wasn't.
No,
So
they
I'll-
were normies.
Yeah. That's okay. They're still really
Normal
cool.
nights.
How disappointing.
Now, the normal version of the Black Falcon used to be a pretty cheap figure. It used to go for like $2 to $5. But now you can see him for over 10 or 15 pretty easily in very good shape.
Yeah.
Wow.
So even the one of the cheapest and most common figures around has now gone up just because he's now super old, 80s. So,
Very classic, very cool.
Yeah.
Hard to beat.
Yeah.
Black Falcon's one of the favorites of classic castle enthusiasts everywhere, for sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and then moving right along to Grant. What of our figures we want to talk about here?
I guess I'll do Deadpool. I'll finish up
Yeah.
there.
I felt that.
So
kind Marvel, baby.
perhaps the most edgy figure that Lego's ever made. I think the Office set's gonna rival it, but I'm shocked that Lego made Deadpool. Like, I am shocked, and I'm also shocked that most of the ones are like heavily used because kids are playing with them.
Yeah.
The amount of
8 and 9-year-olds should not know about Deadpool.
We get so many Deadpools in that are so bad.
And that's why I like this one, because he's almost perfect.
We never get that. It's so hard to get that in.
Yeah, and I mean, in good condition, he's like what, like $60-$70.
Yeah,
if not more.
Yeah, and
I
it's
mean,
just hard to find in good condition. And the set he came in is pretty cool.
Hundreds
it's
of
just-
dollars. Too,
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Wolverine and Magneto come with it.
Okay, so you got that one.
What? What do you mean?
You don't know the tale of Deadpool? The Lego minifigure?
What's
Would
the
you like
tale?
to hear the tale?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh,
What's the,
boy.
no.
So,
Oh.
this came in one set in 2015. 2015.
15.
The Wolverine Chopper Showdown.
Yeah.
And he started going up,
Mm.
made it to about $20 or something, you know, he could figure. And then he got up to like 30 or 40,
Right.
and then someone hit the market with thousands.
Yeah.
Flooded
Yeah.
the market for
Oh,
I
like
actually didn't know.
$10 or something.
Yeah.
Huh.
Or
Super
15,
so
yeah.
it was
And it was legit.
it was like half. They were all real Lego
Mhm.
figures.
Were they printed on?
They were all made from a factory without permission,
Mm-hmm.
and they
I
all
didn't
had
know
a
that.
different head. So you know how there's the blocked open stud,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then the blocked closed stud,
Yeah.
or whatever the difference
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
There's a difference.
Mhm.
Oh,
You
didn't
can
know that.
find them
I
with
had
it
no idea.
and without it. And I'm not sure which one's supposed to be right, but there was thousands flooded into the market. Someone produced them illegally, obviously.
Without permission.
That's
Yeah, right.
crazy.
Yeah,
Of course, it had to
and
be Deadpool.
flooded the market with it. So that's why, for the longest time, he stayed at like $40 for years,
Huh.
and he only recently, in the last
Yeah.
year or so, has started to actually go up more.
Yeah,
That's actually
that
Because
was-
he's
I didn't
always
know
been
that.
super popular, but that's what's kept his price low for so long.
I had no idea.
You've
Wow.
heard the tale.
Thank you.
Deadpool.
I remember
Dun,
when
dun,
that
dun.
occurred. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
That
stuff.
is the
That's
wow.
I had no idea. Thank
But
you.
still, despite having thousands of extra added to the market,
He is up
He's
to
still
like $60 or
valuable.
$70.
Yeah,
now.
he's still
pretty
climbing.
expensive, yeah.
Exactly.
So just put him next to my Daily Bugle, just in a random spot.
Yeah.
It's like an elf on the shelf on a Daily Bugle.
Give him
It's
a
the same thing.
churro or something.
And I think this is an important figure because aside from illegal production at a factory south of the border, it's actually going to be one that I doubt Lego will ever make again.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Because Deadpool is not really for kids.
yeah.
Yeah, this was
it's
produced
rated
before
R.
the movies.
Yeah.
So
That's
Yeah.
why they could get away with it.
Exactly.
And now with
Exactly.
those R-rated movies out there,
there's no
and
way they can do that.
Yeah.
If they did, I'd be
unless
shocked.
Lego changes its entire policy and worldview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm
Nice.
surprised they're
Good
doing
one.
the Office set.
Yeah.
It's because the Office is also extremely edgy.
But it's so good.
yeah.
Yeah, that's made for adults. So if
Yeah,
they were to
true.
make a made for adults,
Exactly.
Yeah, this was like a 9+ set, so
Yeah, that was like a set made for kids.
it's like
really was.
$30 at Walmart.
And
so-
how Wolverine and him.
Yeah,
Wolverine's kind of edgy too.
Yeah,
I mean,
Wolverine has it's like the second most inappropriate Marvel.
Pretty
Like
much.
Logan itself is.
He's always smoking a cigar. He's always dicing people up. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Pretty
pretty
dang
Wolverine's pretty metal. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty rough.
Yeah. So-
amazing figure though.
But it is a very cool
It is
figure.
cool.
Yeah, for sure.
especially non-chewed up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Very
not
much
played
so.
with. Yeah.
Like, that's
I found
actually
one
impressive.
yesterday,
Ah.
and it was completely all red.
Like
Oh.
just gnawed
You
up.
couldn't
Just-
see
yeah.
the printing.
Just like
it was
you
gone.
just that was gone.
Yep,
Oh.
completely gone.
That's so
Man.
painful.
Wow.
I saw one with a hole in it one time too.
I remember that.
I just don't know what happens to the Deadpools.
We had one time that was so chewed up that we decided to just trash it, and we put it in a vice grip, and it completely crushed it. It was so much
Wow.
fun.
It's
Just vice gripped it because it was so
absolutely
beat up.
destroyed.
It was
Tragic.
awesome. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
You're breaking some Lego fans' hearts right now. But
Hey,
that's
if-
great.
we're not the one who's did it.
It was beyond repair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
That's
no
good.
way you were salvaging it.
We've been like, well, we could use this one and this one and make one good one. And then we're like, No,
It's not good enough.
They're,
We'll just-
everything's there.
Yeah.
It didn't even look like cool damage either. It was just
Yeah.
gross.
I
You're
really
just
don't-
recycling the plastic.
Yeah, there was,
I
like,
do
dirt on the
not
bottom of his
understand
torso,
why Deadpool gets so damaged. What are they doing to this figure?
They're gonna be so mad now.
They're putting it through the gravel driveway.
Look, he can fly. Or maybe they think he has the healing powers. And
Oh, right.
There it is. We
I
solved
figured it out.
That must be it.
Yeah.
Cha-ching. Anyway,
right.
segue over to Joe's base plate. What's one of the
I'm gonna go.
final figures?
I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
I gotta, cause I gotta save him
Stick
for
with
last. But this one,
Ugh. On the track of misprints, I guess.
yeah. So this is Black Hair Kanan.
Mhm.
If you don't know, Kanan Jarrus is from Rebels, and he normally has dark brown hair and a dark brown stubble. However, when they produced the Ghost set, for some reason, and I don't really know the full story here, whoever knows, comment,
Somebody
let
will
us know. He was in several sets, like several productions of the set.
Mhm.
I don't know how many exactly, or like if it was like very few or a good amount, but it was a in-set variant. So some of them had this one with the black hair and the black facial hair, and the other ones had the normal one.
Mhm.
On the box art, I think it's the normal one.
The
I
brown.
think,
Yeah.
but interestingly enough, there's a Comic-Con or Fan Expo set that's a little tiny ghost, and it's like a square box,
Mhm.
and it has the Black Hair Kanan print on it,
Mhm.
on the box, but on
Skip the
Bricklink,
brown.
when you click on the listing, it's the brown figure that's listed. Now, I don't know if you open that set if it's the black one like
Right.
showed or the dark brown. It's just it's a weird figure.
It's a very weird.
It's so
Yeah.
strange.
situation.
And this one actually is a misprint as well as a
It's like the
inset
it's like the
variant.
Urukai.
He's got these cheekbones or cheek lines, and he's missing that
He's
one.
He's just-
missing it.
He literally just
Just gone.
one. He's like,
Just doing one of those.
and at first I was like, oh, that's weird. I don't know why they did that. And then
Yeah.
I looked it up and I was like, nope, that's. And
You
I
got
looked
a
at my
second
normal
misprint.
Kanan and I was like,
Wait a minute.
that ain't right.
That's not
Wait a
normal.
minute.
So he's a misprint and an inset variant. I paid, I think, $100 for him, and he goes for about $400.
It's like a $400 headpiece, pretty much.
So-
Because
Yeah,
that
that's
hair, the
insane.
hair comes on
The
this stuff.
hair comes on a $9 Ninjago figure.
Yeah. Klaus.
Kanan's $20 normally, so that's not
So
expensive.
it's the
It's
head.
literally like a $400 head.
Man.
Yeah.
It's like the angry face Django. It's the
It's-
same situation.
Well, that's different because the
Oh,
torso's
yeah.
different.
Oh, yeah, the torso's different
Yeah.
too, but it's very similar.
It is similar, but this is actually like a $400 head,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is weird, man. That's
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Lego is weird sometimes.
It is weird, but this is a great character as well.
Yeah.
I love the guy, and I had to get him to complete the Rebels collection.
Yes.
That's
so
true.
It was
Yeah.
kind of required. And I saw someone selling at Brick Fair, and I was like,
Got it for cheap.
"That's a good deal."
Yeah.
And that's the only time I'm gonna see him this cheap.
Right.
Exactly.
I was like, I just gotta make sure he's legit real quick. I was like, can I look at it? And the guy was
Yeah.
super great about it. It was super awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm very thankful to have this guy and
It's pretty sweet.
these three
Another-
guys right here.
Extremely special Rebels character.
They're
Yeah.
so good. The Rebels figures are incredible. I mean, Zeb was one that I was like, oh, I could bring him. And
Cha-ching. Yeah.
then the Sabine with that helmet.
Oh,
also,
yeah.
that
That's
helmet's
great.
like
The
$100.
helmet's pretty rare. What?
What?
Yeah, look
Why?
it up.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I remember when it was like 30.
The Rebels figures are getting really expensive as
Yeah.
far as the more unique ones. So
Star Wars.
Star Wars, man, it's
Right.
crazy.
Bad Star Wars.
I didn't bring any.
So yeah,
Like I said
mean,
earlier,
it's
Star Wars
really
is
cool.
cursed.
Yeah.
Definitely the three most expensive Rebels figures, obviously.
For sure.
Just super cool, and
Yeah.
he's a misprint too, so
Yeah.
it's kind of unique.
Lots
Extra.
of misprints.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're getting
right.
a couple of misprints here. It's pretty exciting
you
stuff.
said rare, unique, and favorites, so
Yeah.
that's what I went
Yeah.
with. I mixed
We
them
might
all
have to
together.
we might have to do just a misprint video at some point. And just pull
Mm.
out
I
all
wonder
the
how many
col-
misprints
Good.
we all have.
Probably a few here and there from collections. But yeah, one of these days we'll get.
Translate.
to
I'm just
It's okay.
Poor
Grant.
Grant.
It's okay.
I'm
Grant.
hiding.
You can watch
I'll
it.
sell you one.
that. There you go. So, continuing on the Star Wars trend, Jacob, I think you got one more figure to talk about over here.
Yep. So
I'll just be taping
this one kind of. This one's kind of special.
Please no.
Just a little special.
Just a
Yeah.
little
I
special.
mean, he's I.
Looks really cool in here.
I hate that you're touching him. Like
I know.
it's not your
Does that
fault.
bother you?
If you just,
Does
Yeah.
that bother you?
Can I
I want to touch him.
There.
Oh. No.
I have no. I can't.
So this
Oh, he's
is
so shiny.
No.
Chrome Vader.
Enough said.
Yep.
Again.
So this there was only 10,000 of these for the
Wow.
world.
Wow.
Which is
Pretty cool.
insane.
I didn't know that. So.
Yep. So this is not a May the 4th promotional.
No.
This was for, I forget what anniversary it was for.
It
Like
must have
Lego
been
Star
10th
Wars.
It was 10th anniversary,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So-
It was the same year as the White Boba Fett,
Yes.
I think.
2009
It was
the
because
10th
the first
anniversary.
year was 99.
Okay, so you have 9,
2009
10,
is
11.
right.
Yeah.
No.
No, this wasn't May the 4th.
No, well, I'm saying consecutive years, yeah.
But 2009.
Yeah,
10,
yeah, you got
11.
But yes,
6 good years.
yes.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So this was randomly placed in 2009 Star Wars sets.
Just literally any.
It's like that C-3PO.
So if there are any,
You're blowing my mind. I didn't know that.
No,
You
like
know
that?
No.
Like
Okay.
those two tantives we have out there.
Oh my
they could
gosh,
have a
yeah.
Chrome
They
Vader in it.
literally are sealed, and they could have a Chrome Vader.
So
Oh,
if
they
there
got
are still
smooth layout, I
2009
think, right?
Star Wars sets out there still,
Yeah.
there's still a chance that there's a brand new
Slim
one there.
chance, but yeah.
Imagine
very
opening
slim.
one of those and being like, "Whoa!" and doubling your
Something
money.
shiny!
But I mean, this is just the ultimate Vader in my
So
opinion.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
The head is actually just the same,
Yeah,
so it's
just
kind of
standalone.
fun. But the chroming on it is actually, it almost has a bluish tint.
It
Yeah,
does,
it's-
which I think
it's
is
close.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's mostly in the helmet that
We'll
you
have to
can
get a
see
lot
it.
of
too.
shots.
Oh yeah, this is gonna get some very nice.
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah.
But I
Oh my
found
gosh.
this brand new in the bag
Huh.
on eBay.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
I
of a
remember
couple
when you
videos.
told
videos.
me,
got
and I was
that, yeah.
so happy for you, but mad that I didn't get it.
On eBay.
Yeah.
So it was a little risky,
It
but
was risky.
It is eBay.
I got 4 figures. One of them being the Chrome TC14,
Mm.
and what was the other one?
Revan? No.
Mm-mm.
It was someone really cool. I remember you.
A bundle of cool Star Wars figures.
Yes.
Yeah, but what was
Oh,
the
it's gonna
So
kill
you
me
got
now.
Chrome and two
No,
other
we
ones.
gotta figure it out.
We have to remember. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
But that is just an amazing figure.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're, I'm pretty sure most of them have been found, but
Mhm. Like it's
you can't track that. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
it's
There's no
hard
way to
on
know.
there.
Yeah.
Someone could have 3 in their basement, and they'll
Exactly, yeah. Hoarders.
We have a few parts for one here, and I've seen one. We've had one or two
We've
in the
had a
past
few, yeah.
years,
We have.
Yeah.
which is funny because I've seen more of those than I've seen of the White Boba
Yeah.
Fett.
No,
so
yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
it is.
People probably keep that Boba Fett more, I bet. Like, they just hold on to it because it's...
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
The Chrome Vader's like what, like 500.
Something like
I'd
that.
say
Around
he's
there.
probably
Yeah.
$500.
I remember when he was like $250 like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
He was that price
No.
for several years,
Yeah.
leading up to the big kind of jump in prices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say he was like that maybe like a year and a half ago.
He has gone up.
It's
recently a lot
pretty-
more.
Yeah, you're right. Because I remember, we'd had him before.
Yeah, I remember selling him for like $350,
Yeah.
and then the next time it was like $400. And I was
Yeah.
like, wow. And then I checked him not long after that. I was like, what?
It's like Pre-Vizsla. He
Insane.
doubled it within like 2 weeks.
That's why I got him.
yeah.
It's
But
one
yeah.
that just didn't make your list.
I know,
Joe.
Pre-Vizsla was close, and I just had to. I went with the one Marvel figure because I didn't want to have,
All Star
majority
Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to switch it up.
Yeah,
he's a
go
great
to
figure.
teams that
Shout
you
out to
collect.
Pre-Vizsla.
Yeah,
Great
but
character.
Rest in peace.
I did not know how hard it would be to originally acquire this.
Yeah.
I mean
You
that,
couldn't like just go and get one.
Yeah.
You had to like find it.
and I really got into Lego Star Wars the year after.
Mm-hmm.
So I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Just missed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, but I had to redeem myself. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And after he bought that, he started obsessing over Chrome.
Oh, yes.
No.
Before
That
that,
was-
No,
it was before
that.
Okay. it just made
obsession
his. It fueled it. It fueled it
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
He liked Chrome
He
a
was
lot.
fueling the
I
fire.
mean, who doesn't?
Yeah, right.
It's
How
it's
can you
awesome.
not? It's
Cha-ching.
awesome.
Yeah, cha-ching again.
Literally perfect.
Average
Keep it
price of
coming,
a Chrome
boys.
piece is like $10.
Yeah, no, Chrome pieces, they don't
MPs.
make them anymore, and they were
Ah,
hard to make,
gosh.
and they damage easily, so it's like
Yeah.
super rare.
That's why that 90
Yeah.
Starfighter is
It
so
makes me
expensive.
nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good risk.
It's it touches it. Ah!
But very smudgy. But
Yeah.
Very neat.
So, Grant, there's probably one left on your
Yes.
waistlet that you haven't talked about. Which one is
This
that?
is my favorite one of the mix. So I have collected nearly all of these old original Batman figures from the second best Lego video game, first being the Complete Saga Star Wars. But this one has a glow-in-the-dark head.
Which is
It's so cool. Like I go to bed at night. He's close to me, so I see his face, and I'm just like, hey.
He's smiling at you.
He goes, good night,
like,
Grand.
Good night. But
That's weird.
I think he is the most expensive of all of those ones. He goes for like $70.
Yeah.
No unique leg print, but obviously the face and the torso,
So
the
cool.
face and the torso are unique to him.
Best Scarecrow.
Oh, easily, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the golden arcade that's unique to him. And all of those old Batman figures are really expensive. I wish I could have brought a couple other of them, but that's my favorite out of the mix easily.
Yeah,
So,
he's super cool.
he's unique. So
Yep.
That
And how
was-
many sets? You probably already mentioned this, but I didn't hear. How many sets did he come in?
one,
Just one.
Yeah,
set.
it was
it Arkham?
no,
It was a helicopter.
Yeah, it was the helicopter. It was
His
a
own
It was
vehicle.
his helicopter, and it was it was like a bat jet. It wasn't the bat. It was the Batwing actually.
No, he had a plane, and
It
it was a
was-
bat
it was a-
helicopter.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
It was a plane.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, it was one set though.
I remember because that was the only set I had of the old Batman stuff.
Yeah, so one set for him.
Yeah. And all those older Batman sets, well, especially like the first wave, maybe second wave, are
So
really, they're highly revered sets.
Yeah.
They all are extremely expensive.
Yeah.
I think that was a time that Lego wasn't necessarily firing on all cylinders,
Yeah.
wasn't doing well, so those
Except
sets
for
might
that.
have been overlooked by a lot of
Yeah.
fans, and now
Yeah.
they're like, oh gosh, I miss these cool.
Actually,
old
that
sets.
was
All of those figures, I think all of the villains except for like the Penguin and the Harley Quinn are over $30.
Yeah.
All of them. It's crazy.
It's insane.
It's ridiculous.
I think it might be partially because they're cool figures.
And they're old.
Old figures,
They're from
rare
06.
figures, and they're pretty comic accurate looking
Yeah.
too in many cases.
Yeah.
So it's really
The
nice.
Riddler is really
Yeah.
accurate. Yeah.
I remember Mr.
Sure.
Freeze looked very
Yeah.
convincing for that
Mr.
era.
Freeze is
So
awesome.
yeah,
And you pair that with the game and
Oh my
all the
God.
other material that they
The
had.
game.
Very nostalgic,
The
very
game
cool.
is so much fun. Yes.
Yeah,
awesome.
the music in that game.
Oh my gosh.
Those old Lego video games. I mean,
It's so
it,
good.
it,
They're so
it got a
good.
little bit old, just running around smashing stuff, but there was a lot of
Hey.
fun to be had
Yeah,
there too.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I remember
For
playing
sure.
it at the dentist.
I remember playing it on my DS.
Dude, me too. The orthodontist too.
DS.
you guys had the best dentists and orthodontists.
Yeah. They literally just had like an Xbox. I was like, I don't even have this.
Well, you played it at I thought you said you brought something
Mom
with you.
took me
No,
to the
What?
dentist.
They had it at the dentist. They
We're
had a
going
kiosk set up.
from good expensive minifigures to good expensive or good
Yeah,
good
yeah,
quality
dentists.
dentists.
Yeah. They had video games.
Dude,
it was,
that's
it was
good.
legit.
That's awesome. All right, so Joe, want to finish us out with the coolest figure on your base plate
I
here?
can do
The
that.
King.
King Theoden, King of the Rohirrim, Lord of Edoras. Dude,
etc.
this-
etc.
it's just this is probably it's so hard to pick like your favorite figure. But this
yeah.
is probably my favorite figure I own. Like
Wow.
pretty much, I think this is
Wow.
my favorite, which is hard to say.
That is
Yeah,
very
it's
hard.
It's so difficult. I can definitely say it's probably my favorite Lord of the Rings figure.
Cha-ching.
at least.
Cha-ching.
So he's just insanely detailed. I mean, this helmet, dark brown, gold trim,
Yeah, that helmet is so
printing
cool.
all around.
Yeah.
You know, he's got very accurate face prints. It looks like Theoden. Then he's got. I'll take these off here. Shield is very
Yeah,
cool.
Shield's awesome.
really cool.
That-
Expensive shield.
It
Yeah.
is a good shield. Then it has this chest piece, which is also dark brown.
So cool.
and the
Majestic.
printing on that is absolutely
sweet.
insane. And then the reason I took this off is the printing underneath is so accurate as
Yeah.
well.
Mhm.
If you've
So
watched Lord of the Rings and you've seen Theoden without his armor on, that's exactly what it looks
Yeah.
like underneath. And that's that dark green, dark red. These colors, dark brown, dark red, and dark green, are used in so many of the
And they're
Lord of
so
the Rings
brittle.
figures. Unfortunately, they're very brittle.
Yeah.
They
Most of
also
them are brittle.
they look amazing.
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
incredible. That's why the Lord of the Rings figures just look so good. 'Cause
Yeah.
They use so many good colors, and the combos were just perfect.
Right.
So, leg printing is also really good, but I just can't get over how good he is.
Yeah. That's sweet.
And then the character, I mean, Theoden is an incredible character.
Mhm.
He's one of my favorite characters in the whole, books
Yeah.
/ movies, whichever you've seen,
Right.
or both.
Preferably both. Yeah.
Preferably you've read and watched, but if you haven't, no harm done.
Yeah, right.
Other than you're missing out.
If you just watched
Okay,
them, though,
Joe.
then that's good because you sat through 4 hours of
Yeah, that's
stuff like
impressive.
that.
So,
So
Sophie,
long.
and then this helmet also has the horse mold
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of up top, which is incredible.
crest,
It's-
Yeah. that's
I
sweet.
mean,
It's Theoden.
Very good.
It's such a good figure.
Is it Theoden or Theoden?
It's King Theoden.
Theoden. Okay.
Theoden.
Theoden.
Yeah.
So he's about $80
Yeah.
as far as I know, which is not terrible.
Seems
for
like a great
such
deal.
An insane
Yeah.
figure. Like that's a great price. So
Yeah.
highly recommend him. And
What
he
second is it?
sits Helm's Deep.
Oh, duh. I drew a blank. I drew a blank.
It only comes in the one set.
So
Yeah.
yes, only
Yes.
comes in
That's what I was thinking.
Helm's Deep, and he's sitting up top on Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
And then I've got all these Urukai attacking. It
That's
it does look incredible with
a
him
dream
standing
right
up
there.
there.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, you should probably take a picture and put it on your wall. I'll do it with your Chrome Vader.
There you go.
I think I'm gonna take my Chrome Vader on now.
Not if I take it first.
I do love this figure, and I
Yes.
love Lord of the Rings. If you don't already know, I'm kind of obsessed.
A little bit.
Yeah, Pirates, Ninjago, Lord of the Rings. We've all got our little
Yeah, we all
favorites,
like a bunch
Castle.
of themes,
castle. Yeah, on the castle.
but we've all got that top theme. We were just like
Exactly.
all in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is the one for me, and
Yeah.
this figure is just incredible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, these figures are pretty
Very cool.
incredible. I'm not
This
gonna
was
lie.
a
And lots
great
of
bunch.
money.
Yeah.
There's so much money on this table right
I'd
now.
love to see a supercut where we have the total calculations, but I'm bad at math, so we're not going to do that. But yes, thank you guys so much for bringing.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, cha-ching,
Yeah.
cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for bringing all these amazing figures out and sharing your stories, how you got them, the prices, what they mean to you. It's really special to hear that. So, thank you guys a bunch. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll have to do more of these, maybe with ones that either we don't like or other ones that didn't make the list.
Ooh.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Ooh, yeah.
Least favorite figures you
Least
own?
favorite.
Oh.
That you own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'Cause
exactly.
that's a different story. Like you don't.
Tough.
Yeah. That's it.
And why do you still own it?
Yeah, exactly. Can you
Why do I
explain
own the
why
Jack?
you own this Jack Stone figure? I mean, no, yeah.
That'd be so
I would
bad.
never.
Anyway, well, thanks a bunch, guys,
Yeah.
and thank you all for watching and enjoying this video. If you like this kind
yeah.
of content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe, because once we get to 5,000 subscribers, we got some fun videos coming out.
baby. Let's
No,
hit
no
it.
spoilers. You can watch that later, but
Hit
yeah,
that button, and you'll watch
There's
it
only one way
sooner.
to find out what happens at 5,000 subscribers.
by
Only
subscribing.
one way. Yeah.
That was very aggressive.
The sooner you
Only
subscribe,
one.
the sooner we get the video.
Exactly. Yeah, let's make it
Yeah.
happen, guys.
Simple.
We
Let's
appreciate
do
it. Alrighty, and we'll be back with many more minifigure and other videos soon. So we'll see you then. Bye bye.